Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Clark with a little check-in for week 1. What we've been doing in class so far is working through the section 1 notes. Again, the notes have been uploaded as well as a narrated version under classwork if you would like to see where we're going through the notes. We also did a little kind of recap of what we've learned in this first section today in class. So I wanted to give you guys a quick opportunity to kind of see and hear what we've been doing in class. And I'm going to use this picture, I don't just have this up as a pretty background, to touch on the different things that we focused on with the observations. So we learned in class that observation is a very important skill for any scientist to have, which makes sense. They have to be able to look at things and be good at picking up on details that other people may not notice. We also learned that there are 2 main types of observations, one being quantitative. A quantitative observation includes a numerical value. So any observation such as there are 4 lion cubs in this picture would be a quantitative value. A quantitative observation. A qualitative observation, on the other hand, is one that expresses a quality and it does not have a numerical value. So stating that some of the lion cubs have blue eyes. That would be a qualitative observation because blue is the observation, the description you're using, and it is not numerical. Hopefully, those examples help with that. We also discussed the difference between an observation and an inference. So an observation is something that you actually observed with one of your senses. That can be something that you've heard, you've smelled, you have seen, you've touched. Those would be observations. So looking at this picture and saying, there is a male lion laying next to 4 lion cubs. That is an observation because you can look and see that. We know that to be a fact. But an inference is when you take what you see, so the picture I'm looking at, and you come up with an idea of what you think the picture could mean. For example, if I look at this and say, that male lion is the father of those 4 cubs, that is an inference. I do not know for sure if that is their father. He could be another male member of the pride. He could be a male member that won a fight and won an entire pride, so those cubs may not be biologically his. So that's the example of having an inference versus an observation. So again, an observation is just going to have the straight facts of what can be observed. An inference is when you take those things that you can observe and come up with ideas of what you think you are seeing. Both of those are important skills because being able to look at a situation or some type of thing in a lab and come up with inferences that are correct could be very helpful to a scientist. We also talked about a couple different things that are common to do in science, being, classifying things, evaluating data, and using and making models. If you would like to hear more about that, please go back to the video that I referred to at the beginning of this, which is your Chapter 1 notes narrated, and that can be found under your classwork stream on your Google Classroom. Thank you, and I hope this little recap helped you guys get some clarity on these vocab words.